Okay, welcome to another week of ZQL. Seat 1. Today in Seat 1, we have Akshay. Seat 2, Ravi. Seat 3, Achyuth. And Seat 4, Adarsh. Okay, hopefully I've loaded the correct questions. Correct set of questions. Akshay, here we go. Yeah. This meme involves the use of the line, "You know the rules and so do I," as an image or text in comments as a reaction online. It is often used to imply, sorry about that. Resume. Okay, the meme involves the use of the line, "You know the rules and so do I," as an image for or text in comments as a reaction online. It is often used to imply the use of bro code or common sense, especially to shed light on the positive side of human condition. Which 1987 song is used in this meme?
Never gonna give you up.
That is correct. Good. Prompt on Rickrolling. Okay. Next, solve this equation to identify the French mathematician and physicist. The English physicist who postulated the laws of motion divided by meter square equal to which French mathematician and physicist who made contributions to the study of fluid dynamics?
Pascal.
Pascal, yes. Newton per meter square. Done. Ravi. Heading Home and After Sun are two of the spin-offs of which dating reality show on ITV2 that features contestants trying to remain coupled through the course of each season. Its regular edition feature contestants in isolation in a villa in Mallorca. Ten seconds.
Big Boss.
No. Achyuth.
Is this Love Island?
It is. It is Love Island. Yeah. Okay, Ravi, next. Direct. Located on what was the southwestern fringe of the Roman Empire, the ruins of Volubilis is a WHS site. WHS located near present-day Meknes in Morocco. The city served as the capital of which ancient kingdom? A vassal state of the Romans spread across present-day Morocco and Algeria. Shares its name with a modern-day country in the region.
Mauritania.
Yes, that is correct. Achoo. Which Canadian company, which launched its Indian services in 2001 at Vadala in Mumbai, produced the projectors that simulated the sun during the 2018 test run of the Parker solar probe? These projectors ran at the same effective temperature as the surface of the sun and gave off nearly the same spectrum of light.
IMAX?
It is IMAX, yes. In Finnish culture, what term is used to refer to a steam bath in which the steam is provided by water thrown on hot stone? The term is also commonly used to refer to any dry heat bath and by extension, the room or cabinet used for such a bath.
Sauna.
Indeed, yes. Adarsh. Which mythical location is named after the initiation rite where the ruler of the kingdom would cover himself in a precious commodity and submerge into Lake Guatavita? Deriving from the Spanish name of the precious commodity, the search for this land spurred multiple expeditions by explorers such as Gonzalo Pizarro and Sir Walter Raleigh.
El Dorado.
Yes. This 1988 musical, based on a 1979 film, reimagines its central character as a puppet. This darkly comic war drama with magical realist element is named for a gift the main character receives on his 10th birthday. Which film?
The Tin Drum.
Tin Drum, yes, by Gunter Grass. Akshay, we come back to you. In 2021, which Spanish fashion house owned by Kering became the first luxury brand to partner with Epic Games on Fortnite? Named after its founder, who was known fondly as the Master, they designed 4 virtual outfits for players to purchase and outfit their characters.
Balenciaga.
Balenciaga is correct. In Pedro Almodovar's The Skin I Live In, Vera is held prisoner by the plastic surgeon Dr. Robert Ledgard, who performs experiments on her body. In her solitude, she reads books and watches docus about which French-American artist. In 2019, she was one of the world's most expensive female sculptors, following the sale of one of her signature spider sculptures.
Pass.
Passing to Ravi. Adarsh.
Pass.
Achyuth?
Pass.
Pass. This is Bourgeois. I think that's the pronunciation. If I'm not wrong. Louis Bourgeois. Okay. Ravi. Which mythical location is believed to be in Great Britain, was first mentioned in chivalric French romances and was the seat of a legendary king. While previous research has suggested this location could be in Caerleon in South Wales, in 2016, a retired professor claimed Slack, West Yorkshire, as the site based on its conditions around 500 AD.
Camelot.
Yes, Camelot is correct. What term is used to refer to a dome-shaped hut used by some North American Indian for ritual steam bath as a means of purification? Deriving from the German word for lobby, modern variants are made typically out of wood covered with tarp and blanket. Ten seconds. Answer, please.
Lobby house.
Lobby house. No, Adarsh.
Pass.
Pass. Akshay.
Pass.
Achha.
Pass.
Okay. From lob we get lodge. So I'm looking for lodge.
Oh.
Okay, Achyuth set of 2. In 2021, risk analysts Verisk Maplecroft published a list of 100 cities with the highest risk from climate change. Which Asian capital city, dubbed the world's fastest sinking city, is ranked first on the list? Plans are underway to shift the capital to a yet to be built city in Kalimantan.
Jakarta.
Jakarta is correct. Dash Dolls and I Am Kate are 2 of the spin-offs of which reality show that premiered on the E-Cable network in 2007. Its avid fans managed to stay at pace with the lives of the show's central characters through the course of its 20-season run. Ten seconds.
Project Runway.
No, not Project Runway. Adarsh.
I'll pass.
Akshay.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yes, managed to stay at pace. Just keeping up with the Kardashians. Well done. Adarsh, your set of 2 now. Which supermodel is the subject of the special edition Barbie doll? In 1998, she became the first German to be a Victoria's Secret angel. She has also appeared as herself in The Devil Wears Prada, How I Met Your Mother, Desperate Housewife, and Ocean's 8, among other projects.
Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum, yes. Solve to identify the French physicist. This French physicist, known for the law that quantifies electrostatic forces between charged particle divided by second, equal to which French physicist was one of the founders of electromagnetism and the inventor of the solenoid? 10 seconds.
Gauss.
No, not Gauss. Sorry. Ravi?
Here,
Yes, ampere is correct. Coulomb per second is ampere. Andre milliampere. Okay, Akshay. The Veshti clad Thambi, meaning younger brother in Tamil, has been serving as the mascot of the 2022 edition of which global event? The event will also be adding a torch relay as the sport returns to its home with a checkered history behind it.
Chess Olympiad.
That is acceptable. Chess Olympiad. Which German company was involved in the development of the optical elements of the MIRI filter wheel assembly on board the James Webb Space Telescope? This company's filter and grating changing mechanisms allowed the instruments to be precisely configured for various types of observations.
Siemens.
Adarsh?
Pass.
Ravi? Passing. Achyuth?
Is this Carl Zeiss?
Indeed, Carl Zeiss. Beta. This is Carl Zeiss. Okay, Ravi. This 2017 musical, based on a 1960 film, features dancers fitted by Manish Malhotra slowly becoming reflections of the female lead in appearance, emulating visuals from the film. Which epic film was adapted to the stage? Solve to identify the French physicist. The pair that were the joint awardees for the 1903 Nobel Prize for Physics, equal to 3.7 into 10 to the power 10, into which French scientist who was the co-winner with the pair for discovering the evidence of radioactivity? Becquerel, yes, that is correct. So QD equal to this many numbers, Becquerel. Okay. Achyuth set of 2. Which one-hit wonder novel takes its title from a quote in an essay by Jonathan Swift? When a true genius appears in the world, you may know him by this sign that the dash are all in dash against him. It was published in 1980 thanks to the persistent efforts of the author's mother, which earned the author a posthumous Pulitzer.
Confederacy of Dances.
By John Kennedy is correct. In 2018, which French fashion house launched H-Pitch, a mobile gaming app inspired by its own equestrian heritage, which allows games to virtually toss a horseshoe to a stake? This eponymous fashion house made equipment for riding fleet-footed steeds before foraying into scarf and handbags.
Hermes.
Yes, H for Hermes. Adarsh. Pedro Almodovar's Julieta tells the story of female silence. While Julieta stands alone in her apartment rummaging through the scraps of a life she has long sought to escape, a self-portrait by which British artist hangs on the wall behind her. From 2008 to 2011, he held the record for the most expensive artwork by a living artist.
Hockney.
It is not Hockney, sorry. Akshay.
Pass.
Ravi.
Freud.
Yes, Lucian Freud. Only Freud also acceptable. The ABA, or American Basketball Association, was a major men's professional basketball league that existed until 1976. This is the logo of a team based out of a city in Missouri. The team's name and its logo are inspired by a famous aircraft that undertook a historic journey in the late 1920s. What is the name of this team? The aviator of this aircraft was the subject of Philip Roth's The Plot Against America.
Spirit of St. Louis.
Yes, acceptable. Spirit of St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yeah, that's also acceptable. Okay, Akshay. This 1982 musical, based on a 1963 film, round off its source material with the addition of music. Which film that involved a filmmaker wanting to add to his tally of 6 features, 2 shorts, and a co-directed effort serves as the inspiration?
8.5.
Yeah. 8.5. His musical is called 9. In Japanese culture, what term is used to refer to a bathing facility or traditional inn that has at least one bath filled with natural hot spring water? These facilities come in many types and shapes, including outdoor, rotenburo or notenburo, and indoor baths, uchiyu.
Pass.
Passing to Adarsh.
Pass.
Ravi?
Onsen.
Onsen is correct. Very nice answer. This is
Can
onsen.
you show the answer?
Yes, onsen. Ranked 4th in Verisk Maplecroft's list, which city in West Africa is projected to become uninhabitable by the end of this century because of rising sea levels? The largest city in its country, it served as the capital until 1991, when it was shifted to a centrally located planned city. Sorry.
Abidjan.
No. Adarsh?
Pass.
Akshay?
Lagos.
Lagos is correct, not Abidjan. Sorry. Okay. In economics, dash describes a situation in which the inflation rate is high, the economic growth rate dull or sluggish, showing little to no growth, and unemployment remains high. What portmanteau 11-letter term is in the news due to current economic developments around the world? Companies are engaging in various practices to combat this situation.
Stagflation.
Yes, stagflation is correct. Achyuth, this is the logo of the Dash Dash, the most successful franchise in the history of the ABA, which Louisville-based team whose name might remind of one of a fast food chain mascot. Both the franchisee and the chain featured the name of the state in which they were or are headquartered.
Kentucky chickens.
Okay. Adarsh?
Pass.
Akshay?
Pass.
Ravi?
Kentucky Colonels.
Yes, the mascot is the Colonels. Let's say it. Kentucky Colonels. Which mythical location in the Far East was first mentioned by the English author James Hilton in his novel Lost Horizon? While it is widely assumed to be in China, many of the recent explorations undertaken to locate this idyllic, isolated utopia place it in some villages of Ladakh, India, that lead a lifestyle close to Hilton's description.
Shangri-La.
That's correct. Adarsh. American Restoration and Counting Cards are two of the spin-offs of which reality show on History Channel that chronicles the activities of a 24-hour family business in Las Vegas. It has often drawn comparison to PBS's Antiques Roadshow.
Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars, that's correct. Abilene Cooper, an employee of an author's brother in Jackson, Mississippi, filed a lawsuit claiming one of the key characters in which 2009 one-hit wonder novel was based on her and was humiliating in the stereotypes it propagated. The novel is probably best remembered for a subplot involving a special pie used for revenge. Ten seconds. Will you need an answer? Passing. Akshay.
Pass.
Achyuth.
Pass.
Ravi?
Pass.
Pass. Okay. So also made into a film starring Jessica Chastain and Octavia Spencer. This is The Help. All right. Akshay, that's halfway through. Ravi on 9. Achyuth on 8, Akshay on 7, and Adarsh on 5. Okay, Akshay, 13 out of the top 20 cities on Verisk Maplecroft's list belong to one Asian country, with its capital ranked second on the list. Which capital city that blamed stubble burning, primarily of wheat, in neighboring states for its noxious air quality in 2019?
New Delhi.
Yes. Which mythical location in the farthest north was first mentioned by Plato and has since come to refer to any remote location beyond the borders of the known world in literature and legend? In the 20th century, the search for this location found renewed interest as the Nazi Party purported it as the original land of the Aryans.
Ultima Thule.
Well done. Very nice answer. Ultima Thule is correct. Or Thule. Just Thule also acceptable. Ravi, the popularity of this 1964 song as a meme staple can be attributed to its opening line, "Hello Darkness, my old friend." Its use in parody and remix videos for dramatic effect has contributed to its return to the top of the Billboard charts in recent years. Which song? Often misinterpreted to be a tribute to JFK following his assassination.
Sound of Silence.
Yes, Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. Next direct for you. The fierce lioness Iba, meaning one with good judgment in Khasi, was unveiled to the world on 11th October 2021, the International Day of the Girl Child. Which global sporting event from 2022 is she the mascot of? An event of similar nature was also hosted by India in the past decade.
The Women's World Cup. Cricket World Cup.
Okay. Adarsh?
Pass.
Achyuth.
Pass.
Akshay?
Women's Under 17 FIFA World Cup.
Yes, that is correct. Women's Under 17 FIFA World Cup. Done. Okay. Achyuth set of 2. Which scientist is the subject of this special edition Barbie doll? A professor of vaccinology at the University of Oxford, she led the team that developed the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine, which is today used in over 170 countries.
Pass.
Adarsh?
Pass.
Akshay?
Pass.
Okay. Ravi?
Pass.
Brain fades from Oryx. This is Sarah Gilbert. Next direct. This 2015 musical based on a 2001 film is centered around its title character's attempt to change the lives of those around her while dealing with her own isolation. Which film that drew inspiration from themes explored Wonka-Wai's Chungking Express?
Scroll down a little.
Yes.
Amelie.
Amelie is correct. Adarsh set of 2. In Middle Eastern culture, what term is used to refer to both the place and the practice of cleansing the body through the medium of water or steam? Inherited from the model of the Roman thermae, it is also known as a Turkish bath.
Hammam.
Yes. In 2019, which French fashion house collaborated with Riot Games on League of Legends in what was referred to as the first ever collaboration between a global esport and a luxury fashion house? The clothing and bags for the characters in the game were replete with the brand's recognizable logo and motif. Ten seconds.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, that is correct. Louis Vuitton. He's sticking out there. Done. This is Louis Vuitton. Akshay, come back to you. Your economics question. In economics, Dash describes the practice of companies in response to rising costs, reducing the size or quantity of a product to ensure that the price of the product remains the same to the consumer. What portmanteau? 13-letter word. An example of this practice is reducing the size of a chocolate bar from 50 to 45 grams, but charging the same price for it. 10 seconds.
Downsizing.
Adarsh.
Shrinkflation.
Yes, there you get your first BA points. Well done. It's a shrinkflation. Okay, Akshay. Following his successful campaigns against the Parthians and the sack of Ctesiphon, which Roman emperor who seized power during the year of the five emperors built this tetrapylon triumphal arch in his birth town of Leptis Magna, a Roman era World Heritage Site in the present day Libya.
Septimus Severus.
Well done. Very nice answer. Septimius Severus is correct. Ravi, this is the logo of the ABA's Team San Diego Dash. It is named for the explorer soldiers of the Spanish and Portuguese empires of the 15th and 16th century. What term applied to the forces that took over the Incas, among others, completes the name of this ABA team?
Conquistadors.
Conquistadors. In Pedro Almodovar's Bad Education, Gael Garcia Bernal, wearing white briefs that barely conceal his modesty, dives headfirst into a resplendent swimming pool at dawn. This scene echoes the erotically charged paintings by which British artist, in particular, Peter getting out of Nick's pool and pool with two fingers?
Hockney.
Yes, this is Hawking. Well done. Achyuth. This meme makes use of two screen captures from a 2015 music video. It is used to hint at a preference of one thing over another. The top image rejects an option outright, while the bottom image expresses satisfaction while pointing at the alternate choice. Which song by a Canadian rapper?
Hotline Bling.
Yeah, that is correct. Okay, I think something has happened here. Just 1 minute.
I thought I got only one question.
Yeah. Yes, I just a minute.
Yeah, even I was.
Let me remedy that quickly. Okay, Ravi, which filmmaker is the subject of this special edition Barbie doll? She started off as a journalist covering the O.J. Simpson trial and is the first black female director to have her film, Selma, in this case, nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture.
Smith.
I'm sorry, Smith. Okay. Adarsh?
Pass.
Achyuth.
Duvernay.
Achyuth?
Can you hear me? Duvernay.
Yes. Yeah, that is correct. Ava Duvernay. Okay, now Achyuth's dialects, which he both got correct. Yeah. All right. Now Adarsh set of two. The Bison Bravo could be found geared up to welcome people to the 2007 edition of which global multi-sport event that was held in Hyderabad. The event, organized by the International Dash Sports Council, witnessed nearly 5,000 participants from 101 countries. Blank is part of the answer.
When scrolling down.
Yeah. Ten seconds, others?
MMA.
No, Akshay.
Pass.
Achyuth.
Pass.
The World Military Games.
That is correct. World Military Games.
Very nice.
World Military Games. Adarsh, your next direct in this round ranked 6th on Verist Maplecroft's list. Which capital city in the Americas faces extreme risks from weather events such as tropical cyclone and flooding? It's also experienced one of the deadliest earthquakes of the 21st century.
Port-au-Prince.
Port-au-Prince, yes. There no prompt on Haiti or no prompt on capital of Haiti as well. All right. Akshay, we come back to you. This novel, this 2001 book by Alice Randall, written from the perspective of a half-sister, Sayonara, is an alternate account of which famous one-hit wonder novel, 4434. The name Sayonara comes from an Ernest Dowson poem, which is also the source for the title of the original novel. The specific lines from the poem follow: I have forgot much, Sayonara, dash, 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 flung roses, roses riotously with the throng, dancing to put thy pale lost lilies out of mind.
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind is correct. This book's name is The Window Done Gone. Sorry, The Wind Done Gone. This is The Wind Done Gone. Akshay said next direct for you. Okay. After Dark and House Calls are two of the spin-offs of which reality show on CBS that features house guests living together in a specially constructed house that is isolated from the outside world. It was adapted from a Dutch show of the same name.
Big Brother.
Big Brother is correct. Ravi. Pedro Almodovar's Human Voice is a short drama film that deals with a woman on the verge of losing her lover and her long final phone call with him. One of the artworks seen prominently in the film features aptly a representation of Andromache bidding farewell to Hector by which Greek-born Italian artist. He was a pioneer of the metaphysical style of painting.
Modigliani.
Modigliani, no? Adarsh?
Pass, pass.
Achyuth? Passing.
Brancusi.
No, I'll mark it down. Akshay?
Pass.
Okay. This is De Chirico. Giorgio De Chirico. Okay. Which Scandinavian company produced the data camera used by Neil Armstrong to click photos on the moon's surface during the Apollo 11 mission? Painted silver for stability while working under extreme condition, it was one of the many items jettisoned to meet the narrow weight margins for the successful return journey.
Agfa.
I'm sorry?
Agfa.
Can you say that again?
Agfa. AGFA. Agfa.
Okay, no. Adarsh?
Hasselblad.
Hasselblad is correct. This is Hasselblad. Achyuth set of two. Volubilis reached its prime after it was made the capital by Juba II, who received the kingdom of Mauritania from Augustus in 25 BC for his loyalty in the then recent conflict. Juba II and his influential wife were buried at Tipaza, another Roman-era World Heritage Site in Algeria. Identify the parent of Juba II's wife, who had died in tragic circumstances about half a decade earlier.
Whose question is it? I'm sorry.
Achyuth's question.
Fine.
Achyuth's question. Just scroll up. Yeah. Ten seconds.
Mark
Answer?
Antony and Cleopatra.
That is correct. Well done. Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Okay, your equation question. Solve to identify the German physicist. The Serbian-American physicist known for his work on alternating current equal to which German physicist who was known for his work on magnetism and co-inventing the electromagnetic telegraph divided by meter square? 10 seconds.
Lawrence.
Not Lawrence, unfortunately. Adarsh.
Weber.
Weber is correct. Wilhelm Weber. Tesla equal to Weber per meter square. That's correct. Adarsh, your set of 2. Economics. In economics, Dash describes the practice of companies in response to rising costs, exchanging a component with a less expensive alternative to ensure that the price of the product remains the same to the consumer. What portmanteau 11-letter term? An example of this practice is when a coffee chain replaces Arabica bean with Robusta bean but charges the same for a cup of coffee.
Swapflation.
Swapflation is correct. Other second direct. This 1999 trance instrumental is used in a trolling practice where various songs are often falsely identified as this instrumental within comment section on Twitch and YouTube. The number continues to be remain relevant as pump up music at sporting event. Which single by a Finnish DJ?
Darude Sandstorm.
Yes, Sandstorm is correct. And very close game as we head into the final round. Let's see what happens. Akshay, this is the logo of the Dash Dash, an ABA team based out of a city near Los Angeles. The team was named as a friendly gesture to the area's Hispanic population. What is the alliterative name of this team? It is also home to the Disneyland Resort, the city.
Anaheim Amigos.
Well done. Anaheim Amigos is correct. Which conservationist is the subject of this special edition Barbie doll? Even though she inherited her father's passion for wildlife, she has also made her mark in many other fields. This includes her victory in season 21 of Dancing with the Stars, where very aptly she kicked off her campaign with Elton John's Crocodile Rock.
Irwin.
Yeah, that is acceptable.
Oh,
Yeah, it's acceptable.
I don't know.
This is Bondi, or that's the pronunciation if I'm not clear. This is the name. Okay, Ravi. In 2020, which Italian fashion house teamed up with the game developer Wildlife Studios on Tennis Clash? They enabled players to dress their avatars in outfits designed by the brand and even purchase real clothing items to match their character.
Versace.
Very quick wrong answer, unfortunately. Adarsh?
Gucci.
Gucci is correct. Well done. Ravi, next direct. Dash once cut off Dash's goose was the title of a 2001 article about a defamation case that was brought on by Mineko Iwasaki against an author for ironically publicly acknowledging her contribution to which 1997 one-hit wonder novel. Iwasaki claimed the publicity tarnished her reputation and even led to death threats.
Memoirs of a Geisha.
Memoirs of a Geisha, excellent answer. Achyuth, set of 2, final set of 2 for you. 3.5 decades back, Dovey, the peace-loving avian, was created by an Indian textile giant in the run-up to which global event? He was also featured in a comic book by Keep Busy Comics. Ten seconds.
88 Seoul Olympics.
Not quite. Akshay?
Pass.
Adarsh?
Pass.
Ravi?
84 Asiad.
No. So sports are wrong. This is the 1987 Cricket World Cup. Or Reliance Cup. Yeah, 3.5 decades back. Adarsh next. Sorry, Achyuth next direct for you. In economics, Dash describes a practice where firms, in response to rising cost, reduce the quality of a service, leading to consumers receiving scanty or miserly service for the same price. What portmanteau 12-letter term? An example of this practice is a hotel offering a more meager breakfast or reducing the frequency of housekeeping while charging the same price per night.
Cheapflation.
Cheapflation. No. Akshay?
Pass.
Okay. Adarsh?
Pass. Pass.
Ravi?
Skimflation.
Can you spell it?
Skimp. SKIMP.
Yes, skimpflation is correct. This is skimpflation. A lot of people have answered scrimpflation. So that's why I just wanted to. Okay, last two questions of the quiz. Probably everybody's ensured of having a win point now, but let's see. Okay, Adarsh. With a capacity of over 30,000, this Roman amphitheater was built by Proconsul Gordian, who would later be crowned emperor during the turbulent year of the 6th emperor. Identify the Tunisian town this World Heritage Site is located in, or the ancient Roman colony that rose to prominence during the Severan dynasty.
Carthage.
A very common guess actually, but not Carthage. Akshay.
Pass.
Achyuth.
Pass.
Ravi.
Sfax.
Can you repeat?
SFAX. Sfax.
Not quite. This is something called Elgime or Thistus. Okay, last question of the quiz. There we go. The aerospace division of which Indian company has locked itself in as a sole manufacturer of liquid engines for the Indian Space Research Organization's space launch vehicles. It delivered the first Vikas engine for the PSLV in 1994 and has gone on to build more than 120 of these to date.
Godrej.
Godrej is correct and well done. So you, Akshay and Adarsh finished on 15. Ravi on 14 and Achyuth on 13. Good game, everyone.
Good game.
Well played, everyone.